waiting, guys. Appreciate it.
Okay. All right. What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to the Bucher's Batch of Boys Fantasy Baseball Podcast. I am joined, as always, by my fill-in co-host, who's becoming the regular co-host, Griff. What's up,
How's
Griff?
it going? Good seeing you. How you guys?
People are missing Kyle, but not so much now that they see your beautiful face. Yeah. We also have Zach. What's going on, Zach?
What's going on, everybody? Hey, Nick. Hey, Griff. Happy to, join on. If we can't have Kyle, it's good to have all three of us.
Since the last pod, Zach, you've made a pretty significant move here. You were the right guy to have on, I think.
That was true. We were
Before we
actually
get into the
texting
show.
about me being on the podcast pre-trade, and I was like, I gotta liven this thing up. Gotta make it worth it.
Yeah, you were trying to get on before that. It didn't work out scheduling wise, but once you made that trade, we had to basically make this happen. We needed your ass on.
No, is that why you
Yeah.
did the trade? Did that factor in?
Uh, no, but it was fun once I
It's
did
like
it.
a sweetener.
It was a little sweetener. Maybe it got me over the edge. I can go into the trade in a little bit, but there was like a moment where I was like, "Oh, do I add this one last thing? Maybe I needed to add that one last thing."
For future people watching this, if you want to come on a pod, a way to get on is to not make your team better if you're going for it. I would like that. Please don't go for it. But
Yeah,
Zach, before we break down the moves of the last week and a half or 2 weeks, whatever it's been since me and Kyle last did this with Mark, tell us about how you think the auction went. I know we're a few weeks out from that. Tell us about how the first couple of weeks have gone. What do you think of your team? What's your
I
thoughts?
feel I feel like the auction went well. I was happy with it. I have a annual tradition of like blacking out, like making the worst bid of the whole draft. I think I got Ryan McMahon for 21 one year. I got Willie Castro for 15 this year.
You like the Rocky?
Uh, yeah, So I always overvalue one of them. I think it's because I don't really know how the queue works, and I put in the number and then it jumps to it. But yeah, the rest of it I was happy with. I was happy with everyone that I got. I mean, some of the people that I got, I was already able to flip a little bit, like kind of flip immediately. So I was happy with that. And I thought the I thought the auction went pretty well for everybody in general. I thought people were reasoned on things. I listened to the podcast that you guys talked about, and Kyle was kind of like, I feel like he was kind of harsh on people's bidding and everything. And it's like, well, you didn't have any money, so you weren't in the mix. I don't know what to tell you. It's a little different. I thought people were pretty smart with their money, and I think most teams left the auction better. So
Kyle, harsh, no way.
So I guess as a resident antagonizer, what do you think about Kyle calling out your brother?
Oh, I mean, I think Kyle should text Nick and tell him how the league works then. It's clearly Nick's on a different strategy. I feel like we've all been in this league for so long. We have hive mind. So maybe he'll join the hive mind, or maybe he'll be able to pull something off because we're all thinking one way. So, I mean, he has already flipped his relievers, but which I'll call out my brother. He was happy to flip. I traded him Justin Steele for Ryan Walker, which I think is a pretty good trade for him. I mean, I'd rather have Justin Steele than Ryan Walker if I was rebuilding.
Yeah.
But I bought Justin Steele for less than Ryan Walker in the auction 2 weeks ago, so he could have just had him. Like he didn't have to trade me for him. He was just in the auction for $5 2 weeks ago. So
Yeah.
what? I mean, I'm a big believer. Once the draft is over, who cares? Everything's off the table. Like values are what they are. It doesn't matter anymore. But just addition on that one.
I'm pretty confident Nick will be on at some point this season. I'd be shocked if
Yeah,
he wasn't back on. He can talk through some of his strategy. And I think it makes sense to sometimes zig while others zag. I feel like the biggest critique, if you were to make a critique, is just that he left a lot of money on the table. That's all it is.
it's hard not to though. I've been
Yeah.
there, especially the first few auctions that we had. You
Oh,
you
yeah.
really are like, oh shit, I have $40 left and there's nobody good.
The
Who
best
am I
player
spend
available
forty
is some
dollars on?
like 200th overall player. You're like, what do I do? Shoot. And you don't want to bid it all
Right.
because there's no keeper value. It's tough.
Yeah, totally, totally.
Well, before we move on, though, Zach, so you liked your draft, and I agree. I think besides the Willie Castro, sorry I brought that one up. I think besides him,
I
like you
mean, it's
had a
pretty
lot of
funny.
really good vibes. You did have a great draft, I thought too. But where do you think you are pre and post trade? And we'll get to them in a second. But as far as like your league standing, do you think you're in the top spot? Do you think you're in the top couple spots? Where do you see yourself?
I think I put it in the whole general chat just to, have it on paper so people could call me out on it later.
You did. It's
My
official.
What did I have after the draft? I had me as number three, you as number one, Nick, and Mark as number two. This must have been post Mark trade for him to be
Yeah.
number two. But after my trade, it's pretty much the same for me. I would say. I think I don't know if it made me better than Mark or if I view my team better than your team, but probably closer than I viewed it before. I think I kind of thought there was a gap, and to have three like first round ish guys, pretty happy with that.
This is probably the most my power ranks have changed. We haven't done update power ranks, and I haven't done any to get ready for this, but just mentally since the draft, 3 weeks ago and now, I didn't have Mark anywhere near the top 4 or 5. I think he might be the favorite now. I think you're definitely. I think I had you 4 or 5. Now you're my probably second or third team. It's tough, and then you add in too, like you said, Zach. Values change basically once the auction ends. I mean, I was super excited to have Hunter Brown and Brent Rooker, and now they're both just dead. Like it's tough. This happens to everybody every year. So I'm not trying to say, oh, well,
Totally.
everybody has injuries, but it does change a lot really quickly. And suddenly, Mark's team looks great with Judge on there. Your team after your move, which we'll get to in a second, is great now. It was already a pretty strong base. It moves quick.
Yeah, it moves quick. How you feeling, Griff? How are you feeling about your team?
Well, I mean, I feel like it varies so much day to day. Like I think I checked last and I was 1 for 15, -5 on the day. So right now I feel like I'm ass, and then tomorrow I might hit 360 and be like, oh yeah, I'm a contender. So I feel
Yeah.
like so much changes, but we'll see. I
It's
felt
pretty
better at
much how mine
times.
goes. It's like +7 one day, -6.5 the next day, +6 the next day, -6.5.
Yeah, I think new Nick just passed me. He's at like +11 on the day. And
Take
it's he's
that,
like
Kyle.
7 for 15 or something. And I'm like, wow, that's all it takes.
Take that, Kyle.
Takes like one quality start and you jump like three positions.
Yeah, until like I feel like mid-May, you can't look too closely, but it's hard not to just because there's nothing else to look at. So it feels so good when you go up 8 points, and when you lose 8 points, you're like, shit, sky is falling.
I'm like, we're about to change my trade block. I'm like, I'm throwing in the towel.
I mean, that's how I felt when I dropped Jake McCarthy. Like I'm just done
Oh,
with this. We got to make big
yeah.
moves, big swings.
Oh wait, it's sharing, but I can't. How do I scroll? This is a new version of sharing. Sorry guys, give me a sec.
It looks like it's cropped.
I don't know why it's doing that. Hold on one second. Let me try that again. I don't know why it did that way.
While you're doing that, I feel like I keep trying to listen to like baseball podcasts or like any kind of content. And every day I'm
Hmm.
like, wait, there's games on now. I feel like watching these new games will give me more info than hearing someone talk about the past.
You're totally right. That is I've have my little fantasy baseball podcast or whatever podcast that I listen to, and I'll make it like into it a little bit. They're not saying anything. I'm like, this is nothing. Like, I'm not getting anything from this because it's like, oh, pick up this person. I'm like, yeah, everyone, our league especially, it's like anyone who you're talking about as a waiver wire pickup who's even interesting has been on someone's team for 2 years already.
It's like,
And
wow,
then
Cam Schlitter is really incentive. You're like, yeah, no shit. Like,
They're like Wyatt Langford set for a big year. I'm like, cool.
and maybe it's just me, but I feel like when they talk about someone who is available, I like imprint on them and get obsessed with them.
Oh
But
shit,
maybe that's more of
totally.
a
okay, I assume you guys can see it now moving around, right?
yep, yep.
Yep.
All right, cool. So the last one we broke down, I believe, was Griff and Raymond's Lindor and Betts trade. Am I correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So let's kick it off right here. This is a Brendan and Kyle one. Brendan gets better. Zach post draft has gotten better. Mark got a lot better. Griffin, what are we doing, dude? Anyway, here we got Justin Martinez, Jackson Chourio, Carson Williams for Bo Bichette, Hunter Green, Dalton Varsho, and the prize is Jose Ramirez.
Yeah.
Griff, what do you think? Should we have made this move?
I think so. I mean, that's a move I would make. But I think value-wise, it seems pretty reasonable. It seems like what you get two non-keepable guys for a similar keepable guy, and you get Jose Ramirez and Bo Bichette for Jackson Chourio essentially, and some fillers. So from a value standpoint, I think it makes a lot of sense. And where both teams are, it makes sense too, especially with Churio still being out a couple weeks. So seems
Yeah.
reasonable.
So you think it's pretty fair? You don't think one side made out better than the other?
No, I think it's pretty close. I don't know. I think it's fair. I think I'd take either side.
Yeah. Zach, where do you land?
Yeah, I mean, I think Brendan got a lot for Churio, but I don't like if I'm Kyle, then it doesn't, you know what I mean? Those four guys, if I can get Jackson Churio, I don't care. It doesn't, so I kind of feel the same. But I think it's a good trade for him. But for Brendan, I mean, I think it's four guys who are going to help you win this year.
Yeah.
Like straight, are you keeping Bichette? No. Are you going to keep? I don't know what Varsho costs, but even then, like who knows? He could have a good year, bad year. But it's like four starters, who are going to play in your team all year, which is pretty good for one guy who's hurt.
Yeah. And you get Hunter Green back too. Hunter Green could be that's gonna have someone who's keepable. There's
Already,
no
already
keeper.
broke my heart this year.
Yeah. I feel like I think I've said it before on here probably, but for me, the test is when someone like Brendan, who I think is more like myself going forth than Kyle, when I see the trade as me, it's kind of like when you're like, let's say in an NFL game, your team scores to cut the lead, you're down by one, and should they go for two? You know in the moment whether the numbers are right or not, how it makes you feel when you see the 2 point conversion offense come out or the kicker come out. And I saw this and I was like, damn it, Brendan got better. So I agree with you guys. It's definitely fair. Churio is an excellent get for Kyle, but if I had to pick a side, I would slightly lean Brendan. I think makes him better, and he has a chance to win the league. So very fair trade. Good get Kyle, but I think we're all in agreement. It's a good one. What do you guys think about this next one here? My big answer. So Brendan has gotten Jose Ramirez. Mark got Judge. I got Devin Williams. This is my answer. It was Devin Williams for Will Vest and Jose Soriano. Zach, you first this time because your brother was my trade partner here. What do you think?
I think that Jose Soriano might be that dude for $3, and
Awesome.
that I think I get why you would trade him. I'm pretty quick to trade starters that start the season well, who I didn't invest a lot in too. But yeah, I don't know. He's been dealing, and I think it's fine for Nick. I mean, Devin Williams, what is he worth to you? But I do think it'd be interesting if he, kind of dangled the closers around more to see what the value is that he could get if he was like, because I feel like Devin Williams maybe the top closer for trade. I'm not sure, but one of the top five probably that you could get if you're somebody in the league.
Yeah, I'm definitely super high on him. Soriano's been awesome though too. What do you think, Griff?
So when it first came through, I was like, man, this is a huge win for old Nick for you.
Old
Um,
Oh, yeah,
but
old
then
new Nick.
but then I feel like what you were saying, Zach, like once you leave the auction and we start having, especially once we start having some info, it's like things change so much. So after Soriano's last start, and it seems like fantasy people are starting to get more in on him, I feel like it looks a lot more fair. Like people are
Yeah,
thinking his hot start's more legit than I think when you traded him, he only had two starts, but now he looks three starts, it's 50% more. So I think it's another one that's reasonable. But at the time I hated it for New Nick.
Yeah, I think the third start was his best start as far as in my mind. I like Soriano a lot. That's why I bought him, even though it was only $2. I paid a decent amount to get him. I think it was more than the minimum there at the end. But that last start he just had, if I were to have still had him, would have been my favorite because how do I say the game log here? What am I looking at? No walks. His issue has been walks over the times
hmm
previously when he's flashed in previous years. The FIVO's up, no walks, 10Ks. I mean, a guy who gets ground balls and gets a lot of strikeouts has a ton of value. The same way Jack and I traditionally trade a first baseman who was hurt for my best player recently. I feel like me and New Nick are developing the relationship where he gives me something and I give him Cam Schlittler or Jose Soriano, some amazing young pitcher who's cheap. So he and Jack are two of my more frequent trade partners in the last year and a half. And I don't know if it's working out great for me. We'll see in the long run here. Devin Williams is something I needed, I thought. I like him a lot. I agree with you, Zach, where he's probably a top 5, 6 closer. Uh, Best is a solid setup guy, but nothing special, I don't think. Otherwise, I don't think he has a chance unless Kenley gets hurt to take Kenley's job. And Kenley could get hurt. But Soriano to me was someone who I thought I'd probably gotten two of his better games. He's already had a better game than either of those. And he's definitely got keeper value. So we'll see what happens there. I think it's something I leaned slightly to myself when I made it. It's something where I might lean slightly to Nick now. And if nothing else, it's a good trade, kind of like the Kyle one was with Brendan. as far as Nick has a real chance to keep Soriano for a few years if he ends up being even 80% of what he's been so far. Hard not to like his side of it too.
I will say if Soriano's last outing was bad, I'd probably say, man, I hate new Nick being so aggressive. But since it worked
Oh
out, I'm
yeah,
like, I'm glad he's being aggressive and, going for it,
totally,
making moves he likes.
totally.
I should have dangled Hunter Brown instead, dude. I had no idea Hunter Brown just wouldn't pitch again after their first two starts. All right, let's move on here to the Zach blockbuster of the last couple weeks here. So this is hold your breath, guys, because this is gonna be a lot for me to say. Andrew Painter, Ryan Helsley, JJ Weatherholt, Brandon Lau, whichever one he is. Brandon Lau, he's that one. Chase DeLauder. So all five of them for Tyler
Plus
Soderstrom.
one more.
Oh, plus
I
Tyler.
traded Soderstrom.
Mhm.
Yeah, plus Soderstrom. So Soderstrom, DeLauder, Lau, Weatherholt, Helsley, and Painter for Freddie Peralta, Fernando Tatis, and Marcus Semien. Griffin, you're not Zach. What'd you think?
Um, there's a lot to think about, right? It's a lot of
There is.
it's big. Um, I feel I want to say it's even again. Um, I feel like Roman got pretty good value though, I'll say. Um, yeah, I don't know, it's big. Um, what do you think, Nick?
I think Tatis is a top 15, top 10-ish hitter. I think Peralta is a top, maybe one of the better SP2s, maybe the worst SP1. I don't know. I'd probably have him somewhere between 10 and 18 at start. I don't know off the top of my head. And Semian's, I feel like kind of a throw in, but there's utility there. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot. Weatherholt's amazing, made every day roster. Helsley should be a good closer this year. We'll see if he's keepable beyond the year or two, but probably next year. We'll see. Soderstrom, I think, is a huge get. It's someone I wish I'd gotten from Zach. And DeLauder has been like the star of the first. I think he's still leading the league in home runs. He's been incredible. And I shouldn't pretend Brandon Lau hadn't already had, what, 2 home runs opening day and then hitting the middle lineup too. And Painter, like Griffin said, there's a lot. It's something where if I'm Zach, and Zach will speak in a sec, I'm sure, and tell us sort of how it happened, but I'd make it. I think it makes sense. There's a decent chance, probably, with the volume here. Like, I would guess just pick DeLauder and Weatherholt, for example, because they're the shiny prospect guys. We're like, will they make the big league team week one? Will they play? Will they perform? And they've both been pretty good so far. I would venture to guess one of them ends up being legitimately keepable for a while, and one of them just flames out. And then in hindsight, it's gonna be like, oh, dude, if you could have just traded this one. But it's also gonna be a thing where it's like, hey, if you could have not traded that one and traded the wrong one, you might have gotten nothing for it. So I feel like it's hard to say if Roman is rebuilding. That feels sort of what he's doing to me here. I don't think he thinks he's out of it the same way Kyle probably is trying to punt, and we'll see what he does the rest of the way as far as trading other expensive players Roman has. But as far as moving quickly, I would commend generally that action. I'd also commend Zach, though, just because going forward early, I think I said this last time too, is you want as many games as possible of Tatis. You want as many Freddie Peralta starts as you can get. Andrew Painter has had a ton of injuries. DeLauder, ton of injuries. Lau, ton of injuries. You don't know for sure that they'll even stay healthy. So if you may have gotten their best start or two, you might as well take advantage of it. Helsley, pretty durable, but a reliever, a pitcher. All of that to say, I think I probably would take Zach's side slightly just because it makes Zach a legitimate contender as far as like, I would probably put you as the second best team now. And you were already pretty close to that. But I think Roman did a good job. Like, I think Weatherholt's a great get. And I would definitely love to have Tyler Soderstrom. So we'll see. I don't know. Zach, tell us how it happened. Tell us why these are the guys involved. How'd the negotiation go? Roman's a notoriously difficult guy to get one over on. So how'd that negotiation happen?
Well, that's for sure. So I hit him up because I think he had Tatis on his trade block or said he was down to trade Tatis. I think I've probably sent Roman offers for Tatis for maybe 2 years now, maybe 3 years. I've
Me
been
too.
trying to get Tatis from him. So I pretty much after the Brendan trade for to get Ramirez, because I think I also something with Soderstrom to Kyle for Ramirez. It wasn't, I don't think it was this big because I mean, I prefer Tatis. I mean, I think definitely keepable next year and maybe keepable for 2 more years at his price compared to
Yeah.
Ramirez. And I was like, all right, if I can have Ellie, Bobby Witt, and Tatis keepable for 2, 3 years, then I don't really care about any of the other guys. And I think the original one that I sent him was Weatherholt, Painter. I think all the keeper guys: Delauder, Soderstrom, Painter, Weatherholt for Tatis and Peralta. Where I kind of was like, all right, I was going for Tatis, but then it's like, all right, I'm about to trade everyone I got. Gotta get, make my pitching staff better too. And yeah, I mean, I believe in pretty much all those guys. I mean, Painter, I don't know. I just bought him in the draft. His first start was good. Who knows? He's a pitcher. I don't really believe any of it. I didn't think he looked like, oh, I have to keep this guy. He's going to be incredible. I mean, he might be. And Weatherholt is, I think Weatherholt's like certified, definitely going to be a keeper until at least he's like $20. But I don't know if he'll ever be better than that, like $20 kind of player, which similar to a trade I did with uh, Ray last year for Luke Keeschel. I feel like I always pick up like a second baseman who pops up like every year. I have like a second baseman who's like, oh, he's the new hot second baseman, and I just trade him.
You
So,
got to tell me who it is next year. That's smart.
oh, well, because it's like my two best players get a lot of steals, and usually the next new hot second baseman is like, oh, he's going to have 15 and 35. And I'm like, oh, that doesn't help me a ton. Even if it is good, it doesn't help me a lot. So Weatherholt's great. He was really fun. I mean, I've been watching the Cardinals games. He's like very good. And Delauder, honestly, I think Delauder could be the reason that I like regret this one because I've been kind of had him on my team. I mean, I probably could have got him for less than $6 in the draft. I would have guessed if I didn't keep him because he wasn't really on everyone's radar. But I mean, he's kind of a beast, and it's really just that he gets hurt all the time, but he does get hurt every year. So it's like, all right, let's just trade him while he's not hurt. But I mean, I think he could hit 40 bombs for the next like 5 seasons if he doesn't get hurt. If he doesn't get hurt, then I think there's a lot of ways for me to lose this trade, and there's only one way to win the trade, and that's winning the league. So whatever. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, no, I mean, you've got to go for it. That is,
Yeah, that's how I felt. I was like, I mean, and I didn't have any guys that are like Churio or I don't remember who Kyle traded for Judge, but like, like one of those like true like
Nick Kurtz. Yeah.
yeah, Nick Kurtz, you know what I mean? Like one of those true, super cheap, absolute blue chip keepers who I was trying to trade, right? Like my blue chip keepers I'm keeping them on the teams and trying to win. And so I was like, all right, I feel like I got like a bunch of like second tier guys. Like I feel like Soderstrom and Weatherhold are probably second tier guys. DeLauder could be a second tier guy. And yeah, go
Yeah.
for it. Have fun. I have no idea if they're still hot because the second I trade them, I was like, I don't look at the stats
They're
anymore.
dead
They
to
don't
me.
exist. They're dead to me. I don't know. I think I saw that DeLauder hit another home run. I was happy to. I got 8 home runs out of Brandon Lau and DeLauder in the first
Yeah.
weekend. So
Dude, he did the full Delauder just since your trade. He hurt himself, left a game, and then the next day came back and homered. So it's
I
basically.
actually traded him after he got hurt. I traded him
Oh,
the
really? I
day he
didn't
got
know
hurt is
that.
when I traded him. I said F this, I'm out.
Trying to mitigate my risk here.
Yeah, totally.
Last follow up question on it. I think we all sort of agree on the trade overall value wise. You mentioned Weatherholt, Delauder, Soderstrom all being tier two in your mind as keepers. Who was the hardest one to part with? Which one do you think
Um,
has the most value? Now you don't own any of them.
I think DeLauder does personally. I think Soderstrom is good, but he's like, he's more expensive than all of them. I think DeLauder and Soderstrom probably have the same ceiling ish, but DeLauder is going to be way cheaper for longer. Um, and yeah, I mean, I think Weatherhold just like he's going to be kept for 3 seasons, like for sure. I think that's just like a guarantee, but I don't think he's going to like win you the league. But he's like, I mean, I'd definitely rather have him than Marcus Simeon. I traded him both of my second basemen, which kind of sucks. And shout out to Roman. He got Helsley and Lau just from me, just like stressing that he was going to blow up the deal. I mean, I sent him the first one and I thought it was fair. And then he was like, I'll add can I get Lau and Helsley and I'll add in Simeon? And I was like, I don't want to do that. And then he just didn't message me back for 2 days. And I was like, well, I do want Tatis. And I was like, I'm not going to blow this up over Brandon Lau and a closer. So well done, Roman. You got two guys out of me for free.
Roman.
Well, you got Marcus Simeon, I mean, I guess. But I mean, if anyone would like to just like give me a second baseman, I don't love Marcus.
Sneaky Roman. Very well played there, Roman.
Real quick, I
Yeah,
did
well,
think
hold up.
I just thought it's funny how you have Delauder and Soderstrom. Like it's just, both were such big breakouts. I'm like, this just feels like Soderstrom 2.0 watching Delauder.
Totally. I also like I feel kind of confident in getting those guys. I feel like I end up with two or three of these guys every year. You know, Weatherholt, Keishel, and then like Soderstrom, DeLauder. So if I'm out of it, I feel confident enough that I'll burn my team enough that by September I'll be able to pick up the next Delauder or Weatherholt or whatever. But I don't plan on being out of it. So
The
I
key is
plan
to
on
find
going for it. I don't need to find them. I don't care.
yeah, well, I mean, the key is to find the Soderstrom from a couple years ago, the Lauder, the Kieshels, the Weatherholts. I feel like too often the reason it's worth doing again is Weatherholt could be amazing for a few years here, but he could also become Jackson Holiday, where he's kind of fringy now at
Hmm.
16. He could become Christian Campbell, where he's not even in the big leagues anymore. Guys just in the
Yep.
last couple years were like, oh, these are amazing long term pieces. For every gunner and from 3 or 4 years ago, and guys like these now, you have plenty of ones that don't work out. And then it's like I could have had Tatis and had a chance to win the league.
Yeah, totally. That's pretty much it. I was like, all right, well, I got Tatis and I got Freddie Peralta, who I had on my team for like 3 years, I think. So this past season when I traded Freddie Peralta last season, so I got him back.
He's a Zach guy.
Yeah, he is a Zach guy.
I did the same thing with Vlad. All right. So Zach had a really busy, and this is because this is East Coast time here. It was 5 o'clock somewhere, I guess, on Friday, April 3rd, Zach, because half an hour later, you made another big move here. You gave up, like you mentioned, Steele and Newt to get Ryan Walker. Griffin, what'd you think of that one?
This is another one. It just feels fair trading a an injured pitcher who is could come back and be good for someone who has the closing job right now. Seems win-win. I think that's an easy trade to make when you just give up an injured kind of stash guy for a solid closer. So I think it's a win-win.
Yeah, I agree. I like it for you, Zach, but I think it's a good move for Nick, too. Steele is definitely the one who's sort of long term value here, but Walker has a lot more value this year. And Nick has a plethora, or he had a plethora before this in the Devin Williams trade. He had a lot of guys who were getting saves. Made sense to make a move. Did this one happen where you went to Nick, or did Nick come to you? How'd you do this one?
I actually texted him after Roman asked for Helsley because I knew he had closers, and I was like, all right, I this might put me in the tough spot to trade Helsley here because again, I felt really confident on my closers because I like snagged Jordan Romano off the waiver wire, and then Munoz Helsley felt pretty good. But then I was like, all right, if I trade Helsley, it's going to get real dark real quick here. So I was like, let me see if I can get another closer, and if I can, then I'll just do the trade. And then Nick was like, oh yeah, I'm interested. And even before we did the trade, I was just like, all right, accept on Romans that he offered me, and then I'll move over to Nick and get some closer.
It was a very efficient Friday afternoon for you there. But I think we all agree there then too. It sounds like that's a pretty fair one. I'd probably slightly take your side, but I think Steele's a fine get as far as a lottery ticket could work out. What
Yeah, I
about
work at night, so my prime trade times are noon. So I get up at like 10, 10:30, 11. I'm hanging out for a couple hours, and then I'm
you're
starting
just
my day around 1 because I go to work at like 5.
you wake up and you're fiending for a move.
Yep, totally. I'm locking my lineup in. I'm starting to see the games, and I'm like, all right, time to blow my entire team up.
So now
Yeah.
I know when to text you.
Yep, totally. Hit me with a noon text. I'll be rearing it.
Instead of the late night, you up. Hit him with like the 9 a.m. You up.
Oh yeah, you can text me at 3 in the morning. That works too. That's when I'm getting out. That's when I might be a little punchy after.
Well, and I think the same way you mentioned, you saw Brennan's trade and started going to Roman Zach. So I think Mark, who was on here last episode and thought he was the man now, he saw your move, Zach, and got nervous because then he traded with Kyle here and did Luis Heel and Royce Lewis for Mason Wynn and Jordan Lawler. The Jordan Lawler that I gave him, by the way, I should get a little cut from this. Griffin, you were in that draft room. Mark had no idea who Jordan Lawler even was. But
Well, isn't Jordan Lawler like really hurt now?
yeah, this is after the injury happened.
True.
But also, like, Mark couldn't have any chance of winning anything without that tip. Anyway, though, Zach, you can go first. Sounds last couple were Griff. What'd you think of Luis Hill and Royce Lewis for Mason Wynn and Jordan Lawler?
Um, I don't know. Honestly, I don't feel a ton about it. I feel like people have been. I don't know who Mason Wynn's been on, but I feel like people have been trying to trade me Mason Wynn for years. Maybe that was Griff who had him last year. Yeah, thought so. I don't really. I mean, I don't really have interest in any of these guys, except I did really want Jordan Lawler in the draft, and I just kind of forgot about him. And then again, this is the way it always goes, right? You're like, and I was like, damn, could have had Jordan Lawler. That was such a great buy for Mark, and then he's just hurt. Who cares? He's gone. So honestly, I don't really care about any guy in this trade. Sorry, guys.
I feel like the big thing here is a couple things for Kyle specifically here. You trade Royce Lewis, who is the often injured but exciting young third baseman, for an often hurt but exciting potential prospect third baseman. But on a bigger note here, Kyle is assembling in his rebuild here the Jordans. Jordan Walker, Jordan Law,
Uh,
Jared Jordan is making moves. Probably moves for 2035, but he is making Jordan moves. I see what you're doing, Kyle.
I
Griffin, what
like
did you
that.
think? Sorry to interject there.
I was kind of surprised. I thought Royce Lewis was like the most keepable guy here. I feel like Mason Wynn just kind of feels like one of the cheap guys you can pick up off waiver wire, but like Royce Lewis, if he hit, like he can hit, and I feel like he's the most likely out of all of them to be kept almost. But so I was kind of surprised he did it. So I like it for Mark's side because of that.
Yeah, I kind of agree. This is of all the ones we've gone over just because it was so tough. And this is still tough because it's clearly buy now, buy for later. Still, Kyle, or pretty much if someone is rebuilding and someone is going for it in the same trade, it's hard to give it a true grade. But I agree with you. I think I slightly prefer Mark's side. I don't know if I'd go as far to say that Royce is the most keepable in it, just because I think he's 16. If he
Yeah.
stays healthy, he could be for sure. If Lawler comes back in a few weeks or a few months and has a good second half, I do think he's probably an easier to keep still. But you're on the right track. I think I agree with your thought process. Otherwise, I don't know. I imagine Kyle would probably say he thought just because Royce is healthy right now, I'm selling at the highest point because he can't get hurt and become more valuable, and Lawler's already hurt, so I'm buying low. You've seen Kyle take that approach. It looks like here, getting Chourio when he was hurt, getting Lawler when he was hurt. I don't know. I would lean slightly to a Mark side. I think it's a good buy for him. You get a couple, I don't know, a month or so of heal before everybody injured in the Yankees, Cole and Rodon come back, and maybe he's good, maybe he's not, but good team playing behind him, and you can hopefully enjoy Royce until he breaks if he does.
One more thing, I'm kind of surprised. I think Mark is starting Luis Heel tonight. Like in his, I think it's his first start back.
It is, yeah.
I was just kind of surprised to see that.
Mark's going for it, man. This new version of Mark is interesting. I don't know how to handle it.
I mean, I started Patrick Corbin today, so.
I was going to talk about that in the ad drops.
I actually haven't looked at all. I have no idea how he's doing. It'll be clear when people watch this in a day or so from now what he did. I actually really like that, Zach. Oh, never mind. I hate that, Zach. So sorry, Zach. I'm so sorry, Zach. Fuck. Okay. Never mind then. We've got 5 minutes. Let's bang out this last one here. A lot of incestuous trades. We had Zach and his brother. We've got Raymond and his uncle now. Colton Cowser and Tyler O'Neill Colton Cowser for Tyler O'Neill and Cole Young. Between him and Charlie. Interesting. Zach, you know Raymond. You know all about his uncle. What do you think happened?
I know Raymond texted me about Colt Young for someone too. So I know when Raymond wants to trade someone, he's going to get traded. I don't know where. I don't know. I do know when. It will be within like 48 hours. So I don't really know too much about Cole Young. I know a ton about Tyler O'Neill and Colton Cowser. I like it for Ray. I think Cowser, I think probably plays more than both of them. It's pretty much the reason that I like it. I mean, I like Colton Cowser, but again, I actually don't know anything about Cole Young. He could be as good as Weatherholt for all I know. I mean, so I see a second base and I'm like 14 home runs and 14 steals, 261 average.
Yeah. Except this is one you don't have, so he's probably not going to do well.
Yeah, totally.
I kind of like Cole Young. Oh, sorry, Griff, you go ahead.
Well, I don't know much about Cole Young either, and don't have strong feelings about Cowser versus Tyler O'Neill, so I think feels fair. You were going to say something about Cole Young though?
I just think Cole Young is actually probably, in my mind, the most valuable of the players here. I don't know. And I don't pretend to be an expert on Cole Young. I just think early in the season so far, he's impacted the ball pretty well. He's got some prospect pedigree. The Mariners' offense is abysmal, and he's not doing amazing or anything. But I think he's potentially like the one here I think could be keepable. I'm just worried. I honestly am nervous Cowser could like get demoted. I don't think O'Neill's going to play every day.
Yeah.
It feels like trading a fringy Orioles outfielder for a fringy Orioles outfielder, but at least one of you gets an extra guy who could be useful too. I don't know. I would slightly take Charlie's side, but it's fine for Raymond if you think Cowser's the best player currently, and he might be. He was probably drafted as the best player of the three.
Yeah.
If it helps, here's Cole Young's StatCast.
Okay, I got a feel for it. Thank you.
I feel like I didn't. Is it good? I thought it was
Nah,
good the fifth or sixth day when I looked at him because Raymond and I almost traded him too.
yeah, it's pretty blue, but he has a
Looks
770 OPS.
Seven,
looks like
seven.
low teens home runs to me.
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty mid for mid, which is kind of fitting for a Charlie and Raymond trade because it's mid and mid.
I will
Well, we have
say,
mhm.
is Cole Young different than there's another person with that? Is Colt Emerson's a different guy in there, right?
Yeah, he's the big prospect.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's why I think I got him confused. I think maybe he sent me Cole Young, and I was like, ooh. And I
Colt
was like,
Emerson,
no, that's not the guy that just signed for 10 years.
that's like a fantasy baseball or football when they used to have two Adrian Petersons. You're like, oh, nice, I'll take that.
Yeah, totally. All right.
I was gonna say we have 2 minutes, 20 seconds left. So I guess we should just continue talking about this trade for that full 2 minutes and 20 seconds, right?
Absolutely not. It's already got more airtime than it deserves. Let's spend like 90 seconds doing. I'll go to the waivers, and if there's any pickups in the last first 2 weeks you guys especially liked or disliked, we can pick that up afterwards if we don't get through it. But
2 minutes might be perfect to talk about me dropping Jake McCarthy.
yeah,
I
Yeah, go for it, please.
it, it
that's a
really hurt
good
to
move.
do. It really hurt, but he sucks. It turns out.
Turns
It's a
out.
lesson I've had to learn 20 times now, but
I
turns
learned
out he
last
sucks.
year. I learned last year. I used to love him.
There's always next year.
Man, I still do love him.
I guess for the final 90 seconds we have, what are your guys's? So Jake McCarthy's a tough drop Griff had to make. What's your favorite pickup you've made the first 2 weeks, Griff?
My favorite, I mean my biggest one, I spent 100 on Francisco Alvarez.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, he wasn't doing enough to make it on Kyle's team, so he was out there for you.
and I was surprised by that. I was surprised he dropped him for Las Montes because I think Alvarez is interesting.
But Montez could be
Agreed.
anything. He could even be Francisco Alvarez.
Well, or better.
Zach, favorite pickup or so? Favorite toughest cut you've had to make?
Feel like I haven't made too many hard cuts because I traded everybody. But best pickup. I like having Romano. I actually picked up Kirby was their closer first. What's his name? The old guy, something Kirby.
Oh, Kirby
Um,
Yates. Yeah.
Kirby Yates. I picked him up first, who was their closer, and he got one save and immediately got hurt. And so as soon as he got hurt, I picked up Romano, and he's been kind of lights out.
You know what I
And I think
hate?
he'll probably. Hmm?
I hate his name is pronounced Romano apparently. I'm like
Oh,
only
Romano,
this year
Jordan
like fantasy
Romano,
people have learned and I hate how it sounds, just like Cantillo.
Jordan.
I also
Yeah,
picked that.
yeah. Him and Randy Vasquez has been nails. That's one Griffin talk about someone you heard on a podcast, and I picked him up,
Yeah.
and now I'm like, he's my number two starter now. So
All right, we're about to lose. Let's come back after the break, boys, and finish up some waivers. Nice. Okay, boys, we're back. Hope you guys enjoyed our little break there. Let me pull that back up real quick. But while I'm pulling it up, I think you're telling us about your favorite ads and drops, Zach. What about
oh,
anything else? Anybody else make a noteworthy one? Anybody snipe you on anybody you liked or didn't like?
Did we cover Ace Randy Vasquez
That's
enough?
where we were, I think, right?
Yeah, looking so good.
uh,
Um,
yeah, he looks great. Pretty, be stoked on that. I'm sure it'll last for a little bit. It's always this where they like, even if I keep them all year, you look at the end of the year and you're like, oh, well, they're like an SP4. But it's even nice to get someone you keep all year just off the waiver.
no, it just sucks when they give it all back in one start and it's like, well,
Oh,
he has a 4 ERA on my team after
Oh,
like being an
yeah.
ace. But
Oh, yeah.
that's what makes you want to, smoothly, quickly trade a guy like Jose Soriano, and then he just becomes an ace. And you're like, oh,
That's
shoot.
let's
that's,
see.
that's the fear.
So I had a couple written down if I can just go through, I guess. I
Sure.
liked Kyle getting Dalton rushing. I feel like there's a lot of upside there, but like he needs to be on a team that isn't going for it to just wait
Yeah.
out the 3 days in a row he sits
What?
for
So,
Dalton
I don't know
rushing.
why I pulled up Mrs. Roster.
Oh,
Mrs. Roster.
No, we're looking at
no.
on our
The,
screen, we're looking at the right thing.
well, I'm seeing draft results.
What?
Oh, draft results. Yeah. I thought that was pickups actually.
That's not remotely what I'm trying to share. All right, hold on one sec. I'll figure it out.
All right.
Do you want me to
Oh,
share or try?
If you have it, yeah, take sharing from me. I don't know why. I don't even know where I have that open.
Let's see. Go to history
um,
first.
I'm looking at the
All right.
waivers. I don't
Go
know
off,
how
Griff, while I
to-
do this.
cool. Nick, I liked your pickup of Nolan Shanuel today. Like, has he fallen off? I feel like the first week he was like everyone was talking about him as like
He
that
has,
speed
but I still
riser.
really like him. I was surprised he was out there. I actually prioritized him over getting Bowers back, and I like Bowers too.
Yeah, you sniped me on that one actually. I was trying to get Shanwell.
Yeah, I like that. I had Zach, you're crazy for getting Patrick Corbin.
I don't think so. I liked it, Zach. Twins, I think, are terrible. I know they've been good
Yeah,
against
that's
the Tigers
that's
before this. I liked it.
that's how I felt.
I'm glad you beat me
Um,
to him, but yeah, I liked him this week. Actually,
Based on
I
that,
think his next part's terrible, but I liked him today.
I have a feeling I'm gonna guess who you're gonna pick up tomorrow based on that. Eric Lauer. Um,
Is he
I
healthy?
like, yeah, he's out there. I
No, I
like,
mean, he was sick, I think, last start, right?
yeah, but now he's good, so I
Yeah.
think he's going tomorrow.
Can you guys see my screen? I'm just like
Yep.
slowly scrolling through these.
It
If
looked good.
anything catch, I'm going back in time. So if anyone reminds you of someone, go for it.
Yeah.
I liked Eric getting Jesus Sanchez. I was mad you got Clark Schmidt, Zach.
I think Ozuna for a
Uh,
bet by Kyle was good.
Do I still have Clark Schmidt? I don't remember.
Yeah,
I
I
think
was
so in
mad you
your
got him.
IL.
I had a bid. Did you bid two on Clark Schmidt, Zach?
Maybe.
Because I think I had one, and I hoped I'd get him because I think he's going to be useful. Good stream. I know Jack
Jansen.
Flaherty's being cut there. I like Jack Flaherty yesterday, Zach. Good job streaming him for that.
Yeah, but I picked him up. This is what happens when you go on the podcast. You reveal your secrets. So I always do the pitcher and I sit him on the bench for a day. Like so, I don't do when like it's a start. If it's the day after, I'll pick him up the day before or whatever.
Yep.
So then
Smart.
you can get him for a buck usually.
I thought
But then you waste the roster spot. But usually it's just a roster spot. I would have put a reliever who blows up my ratios anyway. So kind of save myself for myself.
I
Whoever got Jansen Junk, I thought that was nice. He looks pretty good.
that's you, Griff.
Yeah, well done.
It's kind
Good,
of weird holding him now though, but
good junk by Griff.
I liked
Yeah, that's true.
Raymond getting Vientos.
And I do
Hmm.
really like Alvarez, Griff. I had a bid, I think 30 or 40, something like that on Alvarez that day. I think he's
Yeah,
breaking out a little bit.
Yeah, that is the thing in our league. Like, even though Drake Baldwin is a monster and the number one player in fantasy, it's always such a pain to keep catchers in our league because there's so much opportunity to get catchers on the waiver wire and the
Yeah.
draft, all those things.
Well, until like
Like,
half the guys have multiple catchers, and then suddenly Kirk and Realmuto both get hurt on Wednesday, and I'm like, what the hell? Now there's no catchers.
yeah, I guess that's true.
I mean, I kind of do just think catchers are undervalued in our league. Because like if Drake Baldwin was your Uto, you'd be like, oh hell yeah, first base, sure,
Well,
I'd
Drake
be
Yeah,
Baldwin
happy.
I mean,
is a name to remember because after this, we're playing a game. I did prepare a little bit of a game here. We're going to play a guess who's good so far, basically. I'll spoil one. Drake Baldwin's been pretty good so far.
surprised Brendan dropped Garrett Mitchell. I feel like he's good and gonna play all year. I don't know whose team he's on, but I'm sure he's
I
already picked up. But
I think
He's been
Miz.
great.
I had him as a good ad by Miz.
yeah.
Yeah, he's been real good.
Yeah, I'm all the way back to the beginning ones here.
Miguel
If anyone,
Vargas, Jack.
yeah.
Um,
Oh
I
yeah,
had
nice.
TJ Rumsfeld written down for Miz.
Yeah, Rumfield's one of the ones early on that was really good.
I think Joey Weimer's fallen off. You probably dropped him, didn't you? Is he still on your team?
I dropped him
Oh
immediately.
yeah, yeah.
I picked him up. Yeah, that was another one. Saved myself from a reliever who I thought was, I saw some story about Grant Taylor getting 100 innings this year, and I was
I
like,
saw
hell
that too.
yeah. And then, well, now he's done two spot starts, so now he's in the worst position of any pitcher in our league.
Not
So
ideal.
yeah, um,
I liked
yeah,
Tyler Rogers to Charlie, just as a like setup man kind of guy. I mean, not big, but and then Brady House to Eric,
Yeah, Brady House is one that was smart.
yeah. Brady House is a good one.
Tons of prospect pedigree.
Randy Vasquez.
Miguel Vargas is all
Yeah,
over the place here, but I like him too. Whoever has him now, good job.
this is the Garrett Mitchell and Miguel Vargas.
Yeah, I think Vargas has been cut 3 or 4 times already, but I like Vargas. He keeps getting picked back up before I can get him. Same with
Brendan's
Garrett
dropped
Mitchell.
Garrett
Garrett
Mitchell
Mitchell's been cut
multiple
a lot
times.
too.
Here's Shanuel. I guess at this point, most of these guys have been dropped and picked up. I'm probably too deep in it. Oh, there's Jake McCarthy.
Wow.
R.I.P.
Rip Jakey.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have too many. I feel like who knows who's good at this point.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like Cole Winn in hindsight could end up being the closer and great, but right now it's like, okay, Cole Winn, sure.
Well, Raymond just cornered
I'm
Texas with Cole Winn
yeah,
and
I was like,
Lots there.
which I actually
Well,
do think is a good strategy. I try
Yeah,
to do that almost every year. Pick a team and get like two of their guys right off the waiver wire off rip. Pretty much did
one's
it with
going
the
to be the
Angels.
closer.
Honestly, I do it with the Angels usually.
One's going to be a closer, probably,
well,
Yep.
unless it's Jake Junis. I have Jake Junis.
or a whoever the initial guy was. Who was not Garcia? Who's the initial guy? Suarez. Who's the guy that's there? That was
Oh, Garcia, Robert Garcia.
yeah,
It was
Garcia.
Garcia.
Yeah.
Yep. Kobe Mayo for Kyle. I mean, just in Kyle's.
Kyle Alexander also got a save or two for them. Raymond and his uncle are cornering Texas.
Good
When I
job.
dropped River Ryan, I debated texting Kyle, but I was like, he doesn't have anyone I really need. Let me just drop him, and then he
Now
picked
it's
him up the
annoying because
next
I don't
day.
want anybody Kyle has, but I want to trade with Kyle because everybody else did it and they got good.
Yeah, dude. I mean, hey, Kyle's being stern with people, you know? Well, I got to be stern with Kyle. He's talking
Yeah,
all this game about like, oh, trade me if you want your keepers. I'm like, bro, no one wants these players. There's a
yeah,
reason they were all $1 in the draft. I'm not. I even looking at the prospects, I'm like, any prospect who's more than a year away, honestly, is zero value to me. Like, when did we even realize Connor Griffin had value? Was it after July? Like, he was definitely on the waiver wire until
yeah.
after
He was
July
picked up in
ish.
like May or June, I think.
Totally. So it's like he wasn't drafted last year. So you never. That's how I. I mean, I think even the only like superstar prospect I think that I had was Ellie, and I got him 3 months before. I didn't draft him. I just picked him up off the waivers 3 months before he came up. I think.
I was gonna say,
So it's like,
I remember you picking him up because I think he was in MLB The Show, and I was like, oh, he's tall switch hitter, and
yeah,
then you got
totally.
him, and you just so.
Yeah. So I mean, that's me coming for you, Kyle. The whole like you're telling other people to consolidate. I'm looking at your team and not impressed.
Yeah, Kyle, get fucked.
Stupid.
All right,
Honestly, yeah, like Nick said, no
don't
one
go
to
to the
trade with.
rankings. Let's play a game, guys. What we'll do is I'll alternate between the two of you, and I want you to name the top 10 starters or top 10 total pitchers and top 10 total hitters so far. Not Statcast, not expected, not current value, but who has actually been the best so far. That makes sense? This is by Fantrax
Yeah.
Calculator. So
Yep.
you want to start with pitchers or hitters?
Can we do both like at the same time? Would that be?
Oh, and just rattle them off.
Yeah, just that way, like, because names will just come to our heads, I feel like.
so you want to do top 20 overall players.
I feel like they're mostly pitchers, though. Probably the top 20
Yeah,
overall.
I think the reason I did it the way I did it earlier is because I think it is like the same way it's always ranked as like the top 20 players are always pitchers and it's always some mid starter.
Yeah, it's
So we can see how that
whatever.
looks when I sort that way.
Ian Seymour.
If I sort that way, no, it's actually kind of okay. Never mind. It's not as bad as I would have thought for just pitchers. Okay, we can name the top 20 overall players, and we'll just alternate till you guys can't think of anything else, and we'll see who can get the most points. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. So Zach, as our guest, you can have the first pick. Griff, that's a lot of faith in you because I'm letting you not go first because I think you're going to do a great job. Zach, who is the top
I'm
20 player so far?
Wait, can I guess Zach's guess?
Yeah,
yeah. You go. I was gonna say, Griff, you can go first, and you can
Well, no, I
take
want to
one that
guess
I
your
was.
guess.
Yeah, you can guess my guess.
and
That's
if
fine.
you get it on the nose, Zach automatically has to trade you one of his top 10 keepers.
All right, he'll trade this
Oh,
person. Zach was gonna guess Drake Baldwin.
yep. You got me. You can have them.
Drake
Nice, thank
Baldwin is the
you.
number one overall player.
Yeah.
Insane.
I've been watching the Braves games. He actually looks like it. I was pretty high on him, so
He is
he
hitting
looks like the number one player.
316, 977 OPS. He already has 13 runs and 15 RBIs, five bombs.
He got two home runs robbed. So he got
Yeah,
the Denzel Clark robbed him of another home.
insane. All right, so Drake Baldwin was the best option available. He's the best player in fantasy at this point. So, Zach, you get one because that was going to be your guess, I guess.
Sorry.
I feel like
How would score that? Should I give it to Griff, I guess?
yeah. After that one, I don't know. Go for it, Griff. What you got?
All right. I was gonna guess your second guess was gonna be Jordan Walker.
Jordan Walker is one, two, three, four, the fifth best player so far. Great job. So
That
Griff has 1.5. Zach has half because I'm letting you guys split Drake Baldwin.
that is a blind spot for me, seeing as I've drafted Jordan Walker 3 years in a row, and this is the first year I haven't.
I used to have him. He is a well over 1,000 OPS, a 300 average, 5 bombs. He stole a base already. He's been excellent.
That's heartbreaking. Of
He's still only 23.
course.
All right, Zach, you're up.
Let's see. I actually don't really know who's been great. I don't know what pitchers have been dealing. Scooble, top 20 player.
Scooble is not on here.
Yeah.
Griff, back to you.
So I thought Zach was going to guess Chase DeLauder.
Chase DeLauder is shockingly not on here. Must be low in runs and RBIs, I guess.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
That actually
I
is
would have thought he was a
surprising.
top 10 even. All right, Zach, back to you.
Um, yeah, who's having like a killer start? It's got to be people on Mark's team. His team has like 10,000 points.
Think about Sparky. Yeah, there's one, two.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, there's 1, 2, 3 Sparkies on here,
Yeah, I was gonna say he's gonna have at least three on there.
and none of them are
Uh,
Judge.
yeah, I was like, and it's not Aaron Judge who has been good. Um, how about actually don't know any of those. How about Teoscar Hernandez, who's on my team?
He
No?
is not on here. All right,
Damn, we suck at this.
1.5 to a half.
Well, how about Otani?
Otani is number 17. All right, you get one there. Nice job. So 2.5 to a half.
Chris, I mean, no, not Christian Alvier. The other Astros pitcher, I always mix them up. The Framber Valdez.
Framber Valdez is after the start earlier this week is not.
Oh, was he bad earlier this week? I know he was dealing before
He
that.
wasn't terrible, but he was not
No,
great.
he was terrible. I think he gave up 7 earned runs or something.
Oh, was it?
His
Oh,
I
last,
didn't know it was that
yeah,
many.
he got whooped in his last start.
Okay, yeah,
I
he's
missed
not
that
on
one.
here.
I know he's dealing before that.
So Griff, 2.5 to a half. Control the board. What do you want?
I'll go the easy one, Jose Soriano.
He is actually he's tied with Drake Baldwin for the best player. So Jose
Yeah,
Soriano is the best pitcher and the tied for best player in all of fantasy, which is bittersweet.
just what we all, just what you expect.
Yeah, Drake Baldwin and Jose Soriano could have been had for like a total of 20 auction dollars probably, and that's being generous.
Oh yeah, generous. Good job, Storali domination.
Back to
Um,
you.
wow, I'm really gonna strike out at this game. It's like who's even hitting well?
There is
Really on the
another player
Orioles.
on your brother's team. There's no one on your team.
Yeah, I was like, there's no one on my team. I don't think. Hey, Oscar's
There
not
are
on there.
two guys from Griffin's team. There's no one from my team. There's another Kyle guy. Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
think
You
I,
have Drake Baldwin. I forgot about that. So you do have that
Oh,
one.
I don't. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Other than that, we got that one out of the way. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna try and not make people wait too long. Christian Walker, isn't he good?
Yeah, Christian Walker is currently the 9th player. So that's one of Mark's names.
Okay.
That's a
That was the one that I remember scrolling through Mark's team because I was like, how does he have so many goddamn points? And I was like, Christian Walker has like 1100 OPS.
that's a keeper who I thought was not a good keeper and ended up being really good. So
Yeah,
it won't pan out, but it's panned out so far. Good job, Mark.
take that, Nick.
So 3.5 to 1.5 now. Griff, what do you want?
so that was I had no idea Walker was that good. Can I just guess my two players are Andy Paz and Ben Rice?
Yeah, I'll give you one total, or I don't know, 1.5 points. Paz is number 20, and Ben Rice is currently the 11th best player. Good job.
I know there's a lot of good catchers because I remember I kept checking Drake Baldwin until like he hit his like fifth home run. He was like the number six player, but the third catcher,
There is
which
one
I thought
more
was
catcher on here. Or sorry, there's two more catchers on here.
yeah. There's a lot of catchers in the top
There's
20.
two more catchers.
Dylan Dingler on your team.
Oh, I love Dingler, but he's not on here. He's not.
Oh, he was ahead of Baldwin for a while.
Yeah, I wish he still was. As soon as I get him, he turns to ass, unfortunately.
All right. I got my other
Oh,
guess. Though.
Griff, you're up.
Willier Abreu.
Willier is not on here. I don't have anybody in
Oh,
here.
true. I should have
Back,
listened to
back to
that.
you.
Oh, I also should have listened to that since I knew that was on next thing. But the other one I'm going to guess is it's tough because I actually don't know his name, but I think he's the catcher for the Marlins. His name is like Tyler or something. I
Augustine.
don't know. No, 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 no.
Oh,
He's like maybe he's not. I thought he was on the Marlins, but
I think
he's a
that's
guy I've
close
Li-
never
enough.
heard
His
of.
name is
is it
Liam
Liam?
Hicks. Liam Hicks.
Yeah.
Liam Hicks. Liam
Liam
Hicks.
Hicks is currently the 13th player.
That's what I thought. Okay, I was like some guy I've literally never heard his name
The
ever.
non-Augustine Ramirez catcher is top 13 overall. That makes sense.
Yeah, totally.
I'll give you half there. So I think it's now 4.5. Or no, sorry. If you get five, you get 1.5.
What
Both you guys. You have 5. Zach has 2.5.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
is
And
is Kirby on there? George.
No, he is not, unfortunately.
True.
how about Brian Wu?
Wu is not on here. There's a lot of pitchers still on here, but not either of those, unfortunately.
Is Kyle Schwarber hot?
Kyle Schwarber is not.
Damn.
And if you guys want to stop playing at any point, let me know. I'll just read the rest. But
I
I'm
can pull up the yeah, I feel like I'm not gonna get any I can just pull it up on
yeah.
here so we can all look at it too. Yeah. CJ
Oh yeah.
Abrams, number
Yeah.
three, yeah.
Mark's best player, Sandy Alcantara, another pitcher I used to have.
Oh no, Cruz. That was a nice buy in the draft.
Opening day, who he says.
South
Oh,
Stewart's so good.
I
Yeah.
hate when people are like all hyped by fantasy, like draft, like podcasts and everything. And I like want to be like, yeah, whatever, Sell Stewart. Now I'm like, oh, well, maybe he's good. Maybe they're right.
I mean, James would surprise me because I know he started out terribly. He's got good home runs, though. He's been good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like first week
Taj
wasn't he
Bradley.
like
Taj Bradley's nuts.
oh, and now little piece of inside scoop. Zach is watching Taj Bradley.
Yeah.
Nuts.
He likes him.
I'm watching. Oh, yeah. There you
Yeah.
go. Look at that.
Well, I bet if you pay
Mhm.
Kyle a lot, like Ellie and Witt, you might be able to get him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if Kyle will let go of his keepers. He's pretty hot on these cheap guys. I'm not sure if he's trying to consolidate or anything.
I mean, one could argue for Kyle here. I have no players in the top 20, and Kyle has 3. So
Oh, Schlittler in the top 20 is pretty nice.
Slitler's been awesome, yeah.
I'm surprised Gunner's in the top 20. Maybe I'm just not watching O's games close enough, but I was going to say there's no way there's any Orioles in the top.
Not the ones I have,
Wow.
not Taylor Ward or Alonzo.
I mean, Taylor Ward is gonna win the batting
I
title,
mean,
won't he? I'm no power
Taylor
guy,
Ward's
of
a
course,
monster,
but
dude. He rules.
Yeah, he's Mr.
he's the
Doubles. He is
new
Mr. Doubles.
Arias.
Sometimes I don't understand how this league works. Because even looking at Gunner's line, I'm like, I don't understand how this is like the top 17 player.
I think
Yeah, I
it's
mean the
good
4
he has a
homers, but
steal. I think just having any power and any speed gets you in here, probably.
Yeah, because I'm like,
um,
it's like
OPS is
Bobby
good,
Witt's.
but
OPS is
Yeah,
good.
I mean, yeah, but it's like 850. It's
I
like,
was all. I mean, also
yeah.
runs and RBIs. Like having 2 random more runs than whoever else helps a lot.
yeah,
I was surprised to
totally.
see that because I feel like Langoliers has owned the first 2 weeks of catcher fantasy, but Langoliers is behind both Hicks and Ben Rice. He's not even the top or second best catcher.
Yeah, I do feel like it's the runs and RBIs where you're like, oh, wow, where someone can really stack it up. Oh, I guess I could have guessed Max Fried. Max Fried's been kind of killing it since literally the first game that we all watched.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. Like Christian Walker is like 13 RBIs. Like it's over. Like you know what I mean? Like that's the
yeah.
yeah. All right. It's kind of a funny list. It's fun. I feel like this time of year is funny because some of these guys, it's like, yeah, they're going to be top 20 players all year round. Like Shohei's already in the top 20, Gunner's already in the top 20. And you're like, man, Liam Hicks is gonna. You think he's gonna last? I mean, they got him hitting fourth right now. The
One
Marlins
guess
believe
for
if
each of
you're
you here. Who was 21 before Zach shows it? Who's 21?
selling
Somebody
your
we've
team.
already talked about in depth.
uh,
Somebody one of you guys guessed.
the
Yeah,
Lauder.
it is DeLauder.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. There we go. Everyone knows my second best player is Josh Bell.
Josh Bell is currently 33rd overall. Or sorry, no. Josh Bell is 26th overall. He's 33 years
I
old.
know. Yeah, that's the 33 years old. That was a good pickup. I was surprised that he was actually out there because
Actually, he's currently
after
ranked
the
the highest among these three starters. They're all back to back to back. Yamamoto, Trevor Rogers, Jeffrey Springs.
oh well, I'm looking at him on the shared screen right
Yeah.
now.
I th
Well, guess.
Yamamoto,
Yeah,
probably
Yamamoto.
Yamamoto Springs Rogers.
Nice
I
job.
think that's probably nice guess.
Good job, Griff.
I'm loving Trevor Rogers. I was not a Trevor Rogers believer as an Orioles fan and as a fantasy person, and it's been nice that he's been holding up to what he had last year.
Yeah, I mean, he's been super helpful in fantasy. I hated giving up Butler for him when I did, but now without
Yeah,
Strud Brown, I'm glad I did it.
yeah, he's
And
been
I
pretty
hated giving
excellent.
him up.
Huh?
I
Yeah,
hated giving him up.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Riley O'Brien being that high is shocking to me. That's a blind spot.
Who?
Riley O'Brien's down there, like 35th or 40th, something like that.
Oh yeah, I wonder who the best closers are right now because I feel like we have
I think
no
it's
Casey Miller
idea
Bucher.
was in
for
the
real.
top 20, but besides that, I
Yeah.
didn't see.
Yeah, this is like going to be so random all year long with this
Rico
two
Garcia
say
pretty
two
picked
to
up.
one.
I've had him for a day or two already.
People are picking him up 10%.
It's
Look
kind
at
of
Griff with that
crazy.
Jacob Junis pickup.
I think he had his first save today.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
He has correct
Oh,
one
two
save.
wins. Two wins.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Victory.
he
that'll
has
do
had
it.
2 wins. I thought it only one. Nice. That's what does it for sure.
That'll do it. Yeah, guys, what are we doing? Aaron Ashby's still up here. He has like a 15 ERA. He just gets knocked around every. Oh, well, I guess it's still kind of low, but he got lit up
Three
today.
wins. That's
3
three
Exactly.
wins with a
wins.
lot of heavy lifting there.
I've just been racking up wins and K's with Ashby, and he just lets up like 3 runs every 2 innings. But we're
take,
just going counting stats on the pitchers.
take it, dude.
Wait, did he start today? Oh, that sucks for me. I didn't notice that.
Oh, I think
It looks
so.
like
He
he's
has,
winning though. He's winning, but he probably didn't go 5. I guess.
yeah, and he has three of the Brewers' 8 wins. So end of season, he should have like 30 at this pace. So
Damn.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
got a gem.
That's come on, guys. You're not thinking like me.
Yeah, actually bring it. All right, fun game though, Griff. Good job.
Yeah, well done.
I mean, it helps. I
Salute to
think
you,
I
sir.
listened to two podcasts that kind of went over like the top three hitters. So I got Baldwin, Walker, and some other guy. Can't remember from that.
God, Mark is so far ahead of. Is Mark just going to stay ahead of everybody by that much?
It does kind of feel that way.
Even Adley's just back.
I know.
Abrams,
He's
amazing.
yeah, I mean, he's got Dominic Canzone in his starting lineup, and it's just killing us.
See, now what I get mad about is Chandler Simpson is what I've been thinking Jake McCarthy was going to become.
Hmm.
And I'm just so mad that he got the right one.
Here's a fun question, Zach and Griffin both. If someone who's not Mark, who's currently winning, wins, who do you want to win?
That's not ourself.
Can't say yourself.
It might be a cop out since he's right here, but I'm gonna go with Zach. I've always ranked you highly, so I'm rooting for you.
Yeah.
I think I'll say Brad just because he refuses to trade with anyone, and if his just vindication of his own team like pans out, then
I
like
think we're like
it's
2 years since Brad's last trade.
I does not matter how many
His team's
trades I
not bad
send
though.
them,
The team is
and
solid.
that's what I'm saying. If his in a league full of trades where we all are trading constantly, his strategy of standing pat at all times turns out, then got to give it up to the man.
I really wouldn't mind Eric doing it either. I know Eric's ranked second, so it's a little bit easy to pick him right now. Well, no, because I was really critical of Eric last deadline, but I like the way Eric's played the last like 6 months now.
Oh no, I like
Ooh,
it. Yeah, I was gonna have him as one of the good ads was Muncie.
yeah, he sniped
But
me on Muncie. I think I did
Oh
like
yeah,
35 and he did 37.
once he's crushing the ball.
Yeah,
I was shaking my head against Eric just because I feel like he's won so many trades against me that I can't root for him.
yeah, it makes it hard. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
It sucks seeing Raymond's all the way down there.
Yeah, I'm surprised by
Oh, he got effed by Ryan Weiss. I think he picked him up and he
he
like went
loves Weiss. In the AL only, he likes Weiss too.
Who?
some
The Astros guy who's
Astros reliever.
bad
He's
Astro.
dropped already. Um, but yeah, I think the day he picked him up, he was in Colorado and gave up like 7 earned runs in 1 inning or something crazy.
Yeah, he was rough. I've tried so hard the last calendar week with Raymond to make a trade for Lindor work, but we haven't been able to do it.
Back to them. Make it. We're trying to get Lindor's. Raymond trying to sell. Is that what we're trying to
We're
tell
just
us
trying to
right now?
trade a middle infielder, and he wants a first baseman. So naturally, a deal around Lindor and then one of my guys makes sense, but we haven't found a good deal.
I was trying to give him Kyle Manzardo, but apparently he's smart enough to know that Kyle Manzardo's ass.
On the
But
last
speaking of
pod,
which, someone trade for him. What?
I spoke very highly of Manziardo last pod. I'm surprised it didn't help.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably
Yeah, I
hard
think
when you look and see an 83 average.
I mean, he's got Connor Griffin though, so I mean, he's rocking something.
Oh,
He won't do
Manzardo.
it.
He
Would
hit
you
a home
guys
run.
right now rather have Lindor at his cost or Griffin at his cost from here today forward?
Wait, do you
Just
mean
like
would I trade Griffin for Lindor?
I guess if you were trading with Raymond, which one do you think has more value?
Griffin, easy.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's easy, but I agree.
yeah, I agree. I mean, I guess it kind of depends who's trading, right? Like, I mean, I'm not like trying to trade him for Connor Griffin. Like, I'd have give, you know, like it wouldn't. I'd have to give up too much for even though what he's worth. But like, I would give up that much for Lindor, I think. So I guess it's kind of hard. But
Yeah. Because I mean, would you give up Roman Anthony for Lindor?
No. But Roman's not been that great so far. So I don't know. Maybe I should have, but no, I wouldn't. It's
would you
crazy.
give up Roman Anthony for Connor Griffin?
Roman Anthony for Connor Griffin? Ooh.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Roman, but I
Yeah,
feel like it's similar-ish tier.
it's
I mean,
tough
maybe
because
it's
either
tier
way I
one
have a good
versus.
keeper, but I'd probably keep the guy who I think is less likely to. Like, I do think it's. If they both are bad for a month, I think Roman Anthony's not getting demoted, but Connor Griffin could get demoted just because he just came up. I don't know.
Nah, he's a teenager.
Roman Anthony's probably the right, or pardon me, Griffin's probably the higher upside play though, and he is cheaper.
Yeah. Let's see. How's there? Haven't seen your team in a while. Oh, look at big Dylan Dingler there in your catcher spot.
Oh, I love Dingler so much.
Willier hitting 400. How is he not top? Like, how is he not higher than one of the guys we talked about? I'm
I
Is
surprised.
think he was
Williams?
like 35 or something. He's my highest player, I think, besides maybe Nico Horner.
He has 20 hits.
He's been awesome. The rest of them,
Willier Abreu has been awesome his whole career.
I
Every
love
time he's been
Willier.
up, he's straight up just so good.
I love Willier so much. Yeah.
Yeah. You have just the batting average team, Willier Abreu and Taylor Ward.
Yeah. I wish we get some more power going. I thought I had good power, but there's not much power from this team.
Yeah, in hindsight, you shouldn't have gone for such an average specialist like Taylor Ward.
Yeah, and you got Kevin McGonigal. You got like you truly do have the team slappers.
Well, in the week
What
in
I
happened?
mean,
Devin Booker, he hit like 150 and had one good game. Then he exploded.
if you were told that Taylor Ward would have a 960 OPS, I don't think you would think he had a 350 average and 0 homers, right?
I would
No,
definitely probably
I would not.
trade, I don't know, like 80 points of average for 4 homers or something.
Yeah, always.
Whatever the deal I can make there is.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason that Arias is, passed around the league.
Yeah.
But as an Orioles fan, Taylor Ward is awesome. I
No,
love when he gets
I'm
up to
enjoying
bat.
watching Ward. Ward is playing really well, I think, on offense at least. I'm excited about him.
I'm very jealous of you having Alonso and Ward on your team. I traded away my only Oriole, and it was kind of heartbreaking.
It is, yeah. That was the
Wait,
only reason I was willing to move Butler. It's just fun to have Roger. Like, I was going to opening day. I was like, fuck it, let's do this.
where's his catcher?
What you looking at?
Scroll up. Oh, okay. I see. I'm confused. My
Yeah.
bad.
I do think it's funny these teams like batting Dylan Dingler fifth and like Liam Hicks fourth, like just because like these like catchers are having hot starts the year. Like it's kind of giving up the game that your offense isn't like that potent if you're the Tigers or the
Well, it's funny,
Marlins.
like
Like you're
who's
like,
going
oh
to actually be good, and who's just going to be Carson Kelly from last year, where he was Barry Bonds in April and then just completely fell off.
yeah, totally, totally. I just I do think I have fallen into this trap a lot of times, and I think maybe that's why I feel better about my team this year. Just looking even at like people's like position in the batting order is like so many years I've had like guys with I don't know upside plays or like they're on good teams and they always bat eighth or ninth, and now everyone's batting second or third. Like thank God, I'd rather have Josh Bell batting fourth than like
Yeah,
whatever
Josh Bell,
whoever batting.
and Josh Bell was out there for so long in waivers.
Yeah, that was surprising. I thought he was gonna. I was planning on. I mean, if I had room for him, I was gonna draft him. But
His stats aren't beautiful, but I actually really like Matt Wallner too.
I was pretty high on him in the draft because he's playing every day. Pretty much it. Him and Michael Bush are playing every day. So I was like, all right, let's go.
That's one thing I always commend you on is like you have such a high steal floor and you always go for these big boppers.
Yeah,
Been doing it for years. It hasn't quite worked yet. I mean, I've gotten close, but it hasn't quite worked. So it's just like if I sit on Witt and Cruz, I don't try to get any steals in the draft, and I just assume I'll fall into a few.
it's nice to be able to kind of like ignore it besides those guys.
And now
Yeah,
with
Bobby Witt.
Tatis,
Yeah, Tatis too. Yeah,
Bobby Witt's
yeah,
positive seeing him do that too, because Bobby Witt didn't steal the same way he did 2 years ago last year.
it's
yeah.
nice.
I
It
feel
seems like
like
he's just motivated to like have a decent stat line.
Yeah, I mean, stealing bases.
yeah.
You want to steal bases if you're remotely fast.
I do feel like it's you can kind of notice this looking at the stats, but even watching games, and you notice it with like Gunner, the guys who are like kind of the top tier players. When they're in a slump, they just do all the other stuff, right? Like Witt knows that he's not hitting, right? Like he hasn't started the year. I mean, he's almost up to 300 now, but he hasn't hit a home run yet. And he's like, all right, I'm just gonna steal a base every single time. Staying with Tatis, he's like, I'm gonna steal a base every time I'm on because I haven't like gotten my swing right, and it's like it's always nice to have those guys. I mean, Ellie usually does that every year. I'm sure you guys. I mean, Soto did that last year once he was, started stealing bases. So
40 stolen base, so yeah, that was crazy.
yeah,
So
dude,
now,
I traded Soto last year and have like no keepers from it. Nobody.
Oh, wait, who
who'd
was
you
that?
do it
I
for?
don't remember that anymore. Who was that?
I traded him to Brendan before he started stealing bases, and because he stole almost all his bases in the second half. I traded him to Brendan, and I got Austin Riley, Jackson Holiday.
Well, that's just
Um,
because you traded
I don't
Riley.
know.
I mean,
Yeah.
Riley was definitely keepable, and Holiday was kept too.
I know, but it was just one of those. It's like felt like set myself up for years, kind of trade, and then I was like, oh, none of those guys are on my team. It's kind of the way this
Yeah.
things can change so fast in this league.
Dude, Randy Vasquez is so good, Zach.
Yeah, he's a monster. And Shota,
Yeah, yeah. Poor Show.
Patrick,
I was watching a lot of that game. Was it 6 no hit innings?
9
yeah,
strikeouts.
So
nine
good.
strikeouts. Yeah. Here, look,
Uh,
we're gonna drop Patrick Corbin on the pod, live on the pod.
Guys, you saw it here first. Patrick Corbin's available.
well, when is this going to be released? Because you might actually see this here second. But
Yeah, you'll probably see this in a second.
No,
um,
no, no. No one look until tomorrow.
now, before you
Don't
scroll up,
worry, they're not gonna be looking for him on the waivers. I'm pretty sure, so it's okay.
I'm gonna wait till 12:01 to post this. I'm gonna get him first.
so I was
Oh,
looking at this when you were up, but do you know how many runs has without looking?
Who?
Bobby Witt, how many runs he has?
7. I don't know.
It's
12.
one. He has 1 run. One.
What? No
Yeah.
way.
It's like,
What?
I mean,
How
he's
is
been
that
on second base
possible?
at least 8 times, right? Like,
Yeah, he has 8 steals. He has 15 hits and 8 steals, and he has 1 run.
That's
he's
a
this year Sal
revolt.
Perez. Didn't
Dude,
Sal
what?
Perez get like 40 runs? He's like that.
What?
Dude, who's hitting behind Witt and Royals lineup right now? What is going on?
How's Michael doing? Also, we're inside of a minute. So, Zach,
Yeah.
closing thoughts?
The middle of the Royals order is the most depressing thing in the world.
Ew.
Standings? I don't know. We'll go here. Do we think they're going to change or stay the same?
Stay the same.
I hope not.
I mean, look, Brad's already gone up 10 today. Monkey Business +9. I'm minus 10.5. Yeah, I hate this league.
Griff, what happened to you
Fuck
today?
this.
Brad
Yeah,
took
it's a
10 and
big
a
one
half points
such,
from you.
dude.
What happened?
I think I was like 5 for 4. I'm 4 for 37 today.